So yesterday when I was playing with my car, Nelly and her friend were playing with her tank, and they buggered off and left it out in the yard out there, and it was like stuck, and they reckon they tried to tell me, but I was too engrossed in doing my car. But anyway, so I went out there last night and tried to move it, and all it would do was go backwards. So I got my forklift and picked the little bastard up, because it's heavy as, and brought it in and just started taking it apart a little bit, and I've discovered the issue is these little dog clutches. So that one there is cooked. It's actually black, and there's all it's spat its guts all inside there. So it's locked itself together. So when it's trying to go forward, it had lost a bit of power. So as it was trying to go forward, it was still trying to go backwards and vicky-verky. So yeah, and the gears were getting hard to change. It had been making a squealing noise for a while. I thought it was just a stone stuck somewhere, but yeah, it's actually this clutch here is cooked, and it's supposed to. Well, it's a bit freer at the minute, but that's because I smashed it with hammer last night to see if I can free it off. But yeah, it's cooked, and there's all molten shit all over the floor there. But luckily, when I made this, well, when I modified what it was, which was a tracked wheelbarrow. Let me just zoom out again. It was a tracked wheelbarrow called a Humpty Dumpster or some shit. So anyway, I took all the top of it off and modified it all to put a seat and a roll bar on it, and changed all the controls to forward, because they used to be at the back. There's another set of dog clutches at the back there by the diff just there. So they used to do for raising and lowering the bucket. So they're pretty much like new, I guess. Hardly used, because you wouldn't have done that much. And these front ones are old and poked, but they look very, very similar. They might have different ways they've been fitted, but I'm going to strip it down, and I'm going to try and get all these bits apart and put the ones from the back on the front. I don't need the ones on the back, they can just not be put back. So yeah, I'm going to try and repair it for her so she can go bulldozing again, because I had them doing a job of it yesterday, trying to move some crap so as I can move one of my rovers from the weeds it's all kind of growed around it, and put it back over on a hard stand, just to preserve it a bit longer, because I don't really want it to be, you know, totally buggered. So that's what I'm going to try and do today, well, part of the day anyway. So that's the plan, Stan. But first, obviously, have a cup of tea, because it is, you know, mandatory. And I'll move this out of the way so I don't clobber it when I'm doing it, and I'll video some of it. There's a little beast in all its glory. Yeah, and I'm going to start taking that apart. And another thing I discovered yesterday while I was uploading my videos for the rover is I had a couple of people said about the video quality's being poor and all that stuff. I thought, well, it can't be, because I've got trying to upload it in high def, or the camera's set to high definition or whatever. But we've got an Apple computer, and on the movies package for that, when you upload, it's apparently, I just found it yesterday, you can actually change the resolution from like low quality to high quality. Oops. Anyway, so I've now set it, and now everyone uploads in high quality for picture anyway. Sound, tough shit, that's all we've got in a minute. I have bought microphones, all sorts of stuff, nothing seems to work. Sound muffled like you're talking out of a box or whatever. But one day I'll buy a proper camera, and with a proper microphone on it, not one from China, although that one probably now, the video quality is probably alright, it's just the sound is still shit. But this one I've got here, it's cheap and cheerful from Transmmision. I don't know how old it is, probably bloody old, but it does do good stuff, doesn't it? So anyway, hopefully this will be better. Yeah, because I have got a forking forklift, I thought, well, I might as well use it to pick this up, make it easier to work on. Who wants to be bending down on the floor down there? Certainly not me. So up at this side, it'd be much easier for an old fucker, isn't it? So that's what I'm going to do. Make it as easy as pissable for myself. And it's safe. It's a forklift. The other thing this has got, this little tank, cup of tea holder on the back, look at that. See? Marvellous. So probably the first thing I'm going to try and do is get the chains off, or one or two of the chains. I should have a split link somewhere, just got to find the bugger, which will involve turning this thing around here. Nothing like that, does it? I can't see it anyway. It's got to be a freaking split link. Must be. Maybe there ain't. Let's move that spanner down there. What if I could do it by moving the track quicker? There is certainly no sign of a link on that one. Well, how the hell did they get them on there then? They must have don't know. Plan B, I suppose. Be a, looks like a 13mm spanner or a socket and an extension. Have I got one there? It's a 10, 13mm. Let's see if we can do the old rattling gun. Lose nothing. Yeah, which one is it? That one there. Oh yes. So it looks like these little plates hold the bearings in, so that's one off. It'd be better if I could see what you could see, which is bugger all at a minute, isn't it? I'm going to move this over. It is a bit hard to see what's going on, but that bearing is now, you can probably move, and I've got the chain really slack. I've taken this tensioner off, or pretty much off. That may allow that to come off. Must be fucking clips on there somewhere, surely, bejeebus. There ain't. Oh well, let's look at 13mm bar. I'll undo that bit. That's another bearing clamp. To be fair, this looks like the easy bit, the hard bit looks like the diff. It looks like it's a pain in the arse. Because it's got the drive on it as well, so I've got all that off. Look at the ratchet actually, let's see. Luckily when I built this I made it so as it would come apart easy. So I made all of the seat and all the controls come off in one lump that sit on this little panel that goes on top of here. So, just come off. Now how? And that just falls out. Bearings just fell off and gone over there. Let's grab that back. Feels good, it's a sealed bearing. And the other bearings just fell off as well. What else is going to fall off of that? Looks like there's a spacer. Lots of stuff, so let me try and get all this out and weigh it, otherwise. Many bits. Obviously it's got to go back as it come out, so I'm going to put it on top of what the bearing. Looks like some other fucking weird and wonderful bearing here and all. Like for side load. I don't want to come out. Yes it does. Hopefully the bearings ain't going to fall like that. They're captured in a case, so that's good. And that washer. Again, that goes on there. Looks like there's a bit of grease on it and all. That one's out, and it looks like there's no one this side, but and a spacer. Right, so that's that little lot. And then there's clutch. How the fuck you get it out of there? Do I have to take that side off? Let me go and have a look around the other side. Looks like that bracket might unbolt. No, it's welded hard on. So how the fuck did they assemble that in? What sort of witchcraft did they use? Unless that shaft comes out, I reckon that shaft comes all the way up. Let me try that. So there's a shaft in there. Where are we? Down there. I reckon that shaft just pushes out. Could be wrong. Maybe not, it's got a spline on it. Why has it got a fucking spline on it? Oh my goodness. So these are like little, they've got gears in them as well. It's all pretty techy. If I get this chain off here, that's right. That might allow that to come off. I'm going to try and get a bit more of this out and I'll come back to you. So this is a first for me. The reason I couldn't find a conventional clip is because it's got a different sort of splin link on it. It's got that, and then it's got a pin with a split pin. So now I'm looking for that for the other chain. So that's one chain off, which was on here somewhere, on this side. I'll do the other one if I can find it. Strange. On the same, well, exactly the same, but on the other side it's got a normal split link, so I don't know, it must be made out of bits, I reckon. Oops, I just found out what the problem is. So those little fellas there, obviously are supposed to be together. They're like little planetary gears, and they have smashed to Ferk. So there's not one whole one in there. So that's on that side. So that's why it was cooking. It was just scraping up, and yeah, not a happy little bunny rabbit. There's the inside of it with a few more bits. So yeah, it's not a happy thing. Unfortunately, I think it has taken some of the teeth off the spline as well. That's going to be a pain in the arse. So I might have to try and redo that with TIG welder. Maybe build that up and then grind it very, very carefully, see if I can get it back to shape. There's not much else I can do. Otherwise, it'll be a bin job. So let's hope that the gears in the other one are okay. So this is our shaft, and this is what has happened. Probably what initiated the whole thing. is that spline's worn and it's just collapsed. So that's the reverse one, and it had been playing up for a little while. I just thought it was not engaging properly because of the gear lever, but it looks like it's that. And this is the forward one. That's, you know, a bit worn but hasn't given way yet. So my plan is to clean this up quickly with a wire brush, rotary wire brush, and then I'm going to see if I can grind it and then maybe TIG weld it and then grind it and see if the gears will fit. I've got one off that'll go in there, and if I can do that, then it's worth taking the other clutch pack or gear pack off of the bits that aren't used and then put them on here. But if I can't get them off, then it's not worth it, is it? Shit. Or if I can't fix this, it'd be a wasted thing. So I'd have to try and buy a new shaft from the manufacturers, which I don't know if they still work going, but there was, yeah, called Humpty Dumpty or something. But let's just see what this comes up like with a wire brush. Cleaner, might clean that one as well. Right, well that looks a bit better. Now I'll get a grinder in there, I suppose, and attack it with that, and then it's all down to how well my TIG welding will go in there and my grinding skills to make it so as it works again. I can stick it in a lathe to finish it off, which is good to get the diameter at least right, but yeah, it's quite well squeezed everywhere, isn't it? I can't see any cracks on the forward one, but hey ho, we'll have to see. Let's give this a little grind up. Again, I'm using a cutting disc, you know. Right, I suppose the cleverest thing to do would be get the one that's actually okay and just see if that will run on there anyway. If it does, then I can start pissing around with that and see if I build that back up with a little bit of weld. I'll go and get that. You can go and put signs up for me, a couple of them. You can put one there
And one up.
and one on the roundabout, but be careful, and then I'll do the one over the other side of the road.
Yeah.
So I am playing with this. I've ground this a little bit because it was so badly damaged, but now to try and get it into the gears, I'm actually using the gears to cut it with a hammer, because it's the only way I can think of doing it. So I'm just lining it up in different places. I've had to grind these pegs down because they were all poked as well, and then just keep turning it round, get the gears lined up best we can, then donk it down. And that is shaving off bits of crap. So then we'll take it out again and do the same thing. Another tooth over. It's the only way I can think of doing this. Take them off, can't see shit. Well, that one didn't like that very much. That one's buggered as well now, but I'll still use it. Just turn it round, innit? Like that. I'm still going to have to grind it as well, but this is sort of taking off lumps and bumps. Turn it again.
Put the two signs up.
Good job.
Are you going to the tank?
Yeah.
And are you videoing it?
Yeah.
Oh,
Slow but sure, we might get there. I thought I'd do this before I take the other part apart, because if I can't get it to fit, then there's no point getting the other bits off, because I won't have anything to replace it. That's a toy one. See that? That took quite a chunk off from somewhere. Chunk at a time. It's the only way I can do it. And then when I build it up with weld, at least it'll give me something to aim for, won't it? Slowly slicing bits of crap off. slow procedure, this bloody thing, faux show. But I do believe we might be getting there. I must have been nearly round all the way, must have done, but we've got another tooth and just see what that does, and we'll try and run it round. It seems to have got rid of most of the crap. It's going to need a proper grind up, but it's taken off all the nastiness now. I might try and TIG weld that and then grind it up, and then stick it in the lathe to get it round, and then yeah, see if we can do a similar sort of thing to get onto there, and then I'll look at taking the other one apart. So let's do that. Dual blanes. That's bloody hot, that is. There. We're putting some beef back on it. It's not easy getting in the middle here, but slowly getting in there. We are getting there, I suppose. We are getting there. We're nearly there. We've got another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to go. We're not going to turn it over. Do t'other side, isn't it? So I've got this thing wound right up to 50 amps to get some penetration in this. Hopefully it won't just fall off, but you know, as long as she gets another few hours out of it, it'll be good. She does enjoy driving it with her friends. Keeps her off her devices as well, which is good. Two more. Bye-bye. last on this side anyway. Well, that's all the way round, isn't it? You see that? Now we're going to flip it 180 and I'm going to try and beat the other side. But it's bloody hot. Put the earth over there. It's quite handy actually, the earth holds it in place, which is good. I'm just going to resharpen my tungsten because my flame's going sort of all over the place. So when you lose your point, your arc seems to go wherever it wants to. So I'll just go and do that, innit? That's nice and sharp looking. See what we can do on this side. Hopefully I won't have to put any material in, any rod, but I just want to, oh I might have to, let's see how it goes. Right. So to make sure it's penetrated right through, otherwise it'll just snap off. So I've never done this before, it's the first time for me rebuilding. Yowza! And I must replace my gloves so they've got bloody hole in. Look, I keep touching stuff thinking I'm bomb proof and then it fucking hurts, isn't it? Farting, aren't you? Yeah, sure. Well, it looks sort of shafty now, but we'll see when we grind it all off and machine it up a bit. Put a bit more in there. Bagger. There's the tip gone again, never mind. I really want to get the weld right in the groove, but it's a real pain in the arse. And the weld on the other side, it's pretty tight. Come on, you bitch. I admire these guys who can do TIG welding like and it looks like beautiful little kind of stacked coins when they do it, but they've obviously been trained, and I'm self-taught, so fuck that. And they do it for a living, and I don't. But you know what? I think looking at that, pretty good. So I might let that cool down a little bit. Then I'll go and throw it in the lathe, and then we'll get it to the right diameter at least. Whatever that's supposed to be, I suppose this shaft here, so we'll measure that with a micrometer, whack it in the lathe, and then put a centre in and we'll machine that off across there. Let's turn this MIG off. Turn your gas off, otherwise it leaks somewhere, we don't know where. Turn that off. And then we'll move over to the laver beam. Right, so I've got it in a lathe. Got it set up with a centre in it. So this is called turning between centres apparently, isn't it? So that shaft is 30mm. So we want that to be 30mm. 29.97 anyway. So, I guess we'll fire the little bad boy up and just very, very gently work it across. First I should find my gogulays, because I don't want to get that shit in the eyeballs. I'll use these ones. Turn this bugger on. And we'll use a bit of coolant on here and all. Just turn that on. Where's my coolant? That one. That'll get covered. There we go. too bad, at least it's not too proud, so I think I'll leave that. I'm not going to go too mad with it. So let's have a little look at that. Come round here. Gurgle, gurgle, mergle, gurgle. There you go. That's it. So now just, I know there's nothing proud there now, so I'm the same size as that shaft there, ish. I mean, I'm not really worried. It is a tank, not a Formula 1 car or something. So now I'll just grind this all off again. In fact, I might even use the lathe to grind it, because I can just turn it a little bit. So I might move everything out of the way, move this out of the way. I don't need the centre in there, so I can bugger that off. And I'll be able to get in there with a grinder and just kind of keep poking it in and turning it, and hopefully we should get somewhere. I could even cut it with the lathe if I was smart. I could turn a tool around or make a tool up, set it up centre, and just keep going backwards and forwards, cutting it like linear fashion like that. But yeah, you have to be really smart to do that. So let's have a go at that. Now I've sort of rebuilt that shaft, it's it hopefully might work. I've had to sacrifice a set of gears to use to cut it, so I've been banging it through sort of thing on the old half of the old housing, and sort of cutting I already ground it, but just cut a few little high spots off and whatever, and it seems to work. So the only way now is to take this out, which is a bit of a pain in the ass, but that's what I've got to do. So I shall whip off the belts and the covers and all that shit, and pull this little drive unit out. It's like a worm drive. I pull it out and then rip off these other touches, and hopefully we'll have bits that will fit in the other ones, and I should get it going for Nelly again. She'll be happy as. I'll be happy as. Being happy if I remember everything goes. Isn't it? I suppose it's bolted underneath, is it? Is it? Is it? Oh. Right there. It's hard to see though. Let's have a lay down. No, it's not bolted on from underneath. So the fuck does that come off? Maybe it is just, oh, I guess it's just these shafts that hold it in, these shafts and that. So I can unbolt, unbolt that carrier there, unbolt these, and then I think the whole lot will go come out. Let's have a go at that. So yeah, it's underneath. half in like that as well. Go. That bearing will probably fall out. That can stand half in too. Sticky, isn't it? And then it's just these Allen key head bolts. So I shall grab that. Should be over here. And kettle oil, which is always a good sign. Can't really see there, can you? That tough diddly do. You'll get a rough idea if you're interested, maybe not. So that carrier there, which is right here, is what I'm just going to undo, and hopefully the whole thing will just fall out. That's one side. Get in there, little pig. Come on. Get in here. Right, that's all four of those little fuckers out. That should now. I should gather those little fuckers, otherwise I'll lose the fuckers. And up there. This never was going to be a 5-minute job, to be fair. And that is still in there. Why is that not moving? One bearing. Now it's moving. Now I can take the belt off. Like that. And that's the other bearing just fell off by look. Where'd that go? There it is. Right there. Let's get that little bearing and put it with that one. Don't want to lose those little followers, do I? I might have to go on the other side to get this off because there's a chain on still. And this is the chain I couldn't find a link on, but there you go, it's just falling off like that. Lovely jubbly. Now this should lift out. I don't want to lose anything, so there's a spacer off it into this one. I'm going to make sure I keep all this shit present. Right. Spacer, that went on there, but I don't think it's going to go back in anyway. So there's my clutch, a cog, a spacer. But wouldn't it be good if that shaft was the same as the other one? I bet it ain't, but no, it ain't. Never mind. Never mind. So the other side should just pull off, and I'll have my 2 gears and I'll pop that back in again. Pull this little bugger off here. It's very greasy, aren't it? Look at it. I suppose that's supposed to be inside there. So no, it's got to come right out because I think this one's got a, yeah, that's got a woodruff key in it. So I should take that over to the bench, shall we? Wait there for a second. It's going to make a mess on my floor, obviously. Oh well. And I'll come back in a sec. So I've just got this puller. It's probably a little bit over the top for this little bit, but it will do the job. So we'll pull this little sprocket off here. Washy point. I'm probably going to have to make up some sort of sleeve for this to make up for all of the gear I'm nicking. Unless I just take the gears out. Let's see. There's that cog. Good rough key, spacer, and that bit. Now I'm just going to see what's what, whether that whole thing will be used or whether I have to use bits and bobs. I think the sprockets are different sizes, so yeah, I will have to use bits and bobs, I guess. That looks like that's pressed on there. It is. But hopefully everything is the same, so to speak. The same diameter and what have you. Looks pretty good. I'll have to give these a clean up as well, because that one's all dirty as. But right, so I'll go and compare these bits and I'll be back. So after much cocking around and grinding, I've now got the little unit back together and everything seems to be turning, so I've got it just about right. So now I'm going to try and plop this back in and then I'll reassemble the other bit and see if I can get that to work again, because it's all, everything's bleeding changed, isn't it? But yeah, we'll stick this together, innit? Right, I've got all the drivetrain back together again now. Just, you know, swapping bits out and whatever, it seems to have weird. So what I've got to do now is put the seat back in and try and reroute these brake lines, because I used the original brake lines because it was easier than making new ones. But I've just looped them around inside here and got a cable tied them up so they won't get chewed up by whirly things and chains and stuff. But yeah, it's all back together again and everything moves again. It's all greased up now. But hopefully she'll have a tank back again and I'll get on with something else, innit? We'll just try and get all this put back down and try and get some cable ties in here. Save all these bloody pipes and what have you. Might put another pair of lovely rubber gloves on and all, because it is firkin dirty in there. So I'll drop that down now so you can have a test drive.